We're talking 2025 movies today. I'm here with the mental midget, the man that cannot be underestimated. It is Dadman.
Yeah,
We're talking 2025
he just
movies and politics.
my partner here,
And I had a
Travman,
nosebleed
had a
earlier,
nosebleed earlier today.
which we weren't supposed to bring up.
Panicked like a little boy. I felt so bad. I
Every
still
year
do.
seems to go faster and faster, does it not?
Yeah, yeah, it does. I don't even think about it. I mean, I just don't think about
Time.
how quickly it seems to go. I don't. I don't know why. Just whatever.
I've been thinking more and more about,
The passage of time.
yeah, and that, like, you're just getting closer to death. Scary, is it not?
Boy, thanks for cheering me right up there and all our listeners.
But something that relaxes me is movies. And every year, you're always like, wow, this year's movies aren't as good as
Years past.
years past. But that's kind of it's set up to seem like that until kind of you're out of the year,
And you
quite
review it.
frankly. Yeah.
Although I do think I don't know. I don't think of a good year for movies. I don't. I mean that sounds dumb, but it's like, well, how was this a good year? I just think like what has just come out, what is out, and what is about to come out. I just think of like a 3 month rolling period of time.
Well, then that would make what time period we are in now a good time period. Yes.
Well, what's coming out?
Well, what has come out, that new Knives Out movie, which I think you and Mom would like. You guys don't like mysteries? You guys don't
I
like
saw
Daniel
I
Craig?
saw the first Knives Out, and it was not good. I don't know what it was.
Most people like it.
Kind of. Now this
No,
may be
I
better.
was
This is a
literally
period piece, though, right?
no. It's a priest piece.
What?
It's about a priest. The central mystery is
Okay, is it?
with priests.
It didn't seem like it's in this time period, though.
Well, it is though.
Okay, all right. Well, I got that wrong.
No, I think it's because it's a priest piece, so it seems. I mean,
Why would that make it seem older?
Well, because churches seem older. They look older. Because
Okay.
they're built a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I don't agree.
And they don't wear things that seem more modern.
So is everybody in priest costumes?
Two people are.
Okay, and the
Josh
rest of the people.
Brolin and Josh O'Connor. The two Joshes are both priests.
Okay.
And Josh Brolin famously plays Thanos. Josh
Yes.
O'Connor is in the movie that you really like, Challengers.
You
Dad
couldn't
Man loves
force
that
me to
movie.
watch that. You couldn't force
Dad Man
me.
loves is that movie.
It's like, okay, Electric Shock or Challengers, and I'd say, hook me up.
Well, the guy who was from he was not the cuck. And that's career suicide,
To be the cuck?
to be the cuck.
Yeah.
Even Shakespeare was smart enough, because he oftentimes wrote himself into his plays. I don't know if you knew this.
He was an actor, yeah.
He never played the cuck.
Okay.
He created the idea
Of the cuck.
of popularizing the cuck.
Yeah.
So he knew things. He knew
Even back
that
then.
there was a subculture.
Yeah, it's a career suicide.
Yeah, but he would never do it himself. Well, he would do it himself, and thus he wasn't cucked.
Okay.
But yeah, that one I think you and Ma
All right,
would
that's,
like.
but that's nothing.
I thought it was pretty
Why is
good.
it always called? Why is it always called? Is it from a book series or
No,
what?
I don't think so.
Knives Out?
It's just because Daniel Craig, formerly James Bond, it's just he's the guy trying to solve all the mysteries. It's not.
What's it called? Knives Out or
Well, no, I don't even know what the.
not the actual title, but what's the
Yeah, I know.
main
There's a
title?
thing. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it is. That's why I just call it a Knives Out movie.
Might
Because
be just Knives Out.
everyone seems to get it when you say that. But this one's called Wake Up, Dead Man. You could call it a what's his Belle LeBlanc, Benoit Blanc. Call it a Benoit Blanc movie. But it is kind of part of a series. So
Okay, it's called Knives Out.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, I think all the crimes have been committed with knives. The major crimes have used knives. So you could call it a Knives Out series. Avatar, Fire and Ash.
I read a review on that. It's horrifically
It's making
bad.
a lot of money.
Well, I mean, people watch
3.6 on Letterbox. It was
stupid.
Was long. I will say that. It is. You want to guess
It's
how
like
long it is?
3 hours 12 minutes.
3 hours and 18 minutes. Yes,
Okay.
you were very close. You were right on the cusp.
But they said it was pointless. It's like I didn't understand. like
You're kind of just there for the spectacle.
really, because I saw the visuals and it wasn't all that.
I'll say this. There's probably one movie that should be above this that I currently have, but it's in my top 10 for the year currently.
Avatar.
Yeah,
It's
a
current
spectacle.
Avatar.
Yes,
All right.
for 2025. Now it is in the 10 spot, so that'll probably change here once I get to see Marty Supreme.
All right. So we're not talking about any like groundbreaking movies or even great movies.
There's two.
Okay. Let's talk about them instead
one
of
battle
Marty,
after
whatever.
another. Well, no, I was just telling you what I watched lately.
Oh.
And then I watched The Mastermind. That one is it's good. I think it's something that kind of appreciates in your mind. It's like
Okay.
once you watch it, you're kind of like,
You think about it.
yeah, because you're gonna probably throw up in your own mouth listening to this, but it reminds me of older movies I've watched. Like what they consider classic movies.
Okay.
Just the way the plot was, and feels really grounded in realism. It's like a heist film, but it is not a typical heist film. I'll just leave it at that.
More realistic.
Yeah, way more realistic. To the point where you might actually be like, this is a bit too realistic for me. It's lacking some excitement. I would appreciate some lasers and Tom Cruise trying to...
Yeah. Well, talking about, because, you watch these heist films, it's like, they have like $500,000 in equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But they broke into the Louvre like a month ago.
Have
I
they
think
found
they
those
caught
guys?
them. Huh?
I was
think they
actually
have.
wondering about
Yeah,
that.
I think they did. But the security was so bad. They just took like a lift truck and went in a window.
I think it almost seems like they let them. Because they're like, yeah, they're gone. I was like, what are you talking about? We're talking some of the most valuable items
The crown
potentially in the
jewels.
world.
Yes.
And so this is what I've heard. I heard everything that is publicly accessible in like the Smithsonian's are duplicates. They're not the real artifact.
They keep the real thing lock and key somehow.
That's what I heard. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same for the Louvre.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Although,
how could you let people get that close to like the Mona Lisa?
well,
And then
that's
also
a
there's
protective.
those,
That's a protective thing
Yeah,
because someone
okay.
tried to throw soup on it.
yeah,
trying
like
to
that's
make
what
from
I'm
a
saying.
political
It's like
point.
it's one accident away from some fucking retard
Yeah.
permanently. And then like, do you remember that there was a very famous picture of Christ that a fucking like maid or a cleaning person messed up and tried to paint to correct?
Well, no, what it was, they were supposed to be restorationists,
Oh, and she
but they weren't. And it
holy
looked
shit.
I'm like, you could find a first-year art student who could do better than that.
Yeah,
it was, it was horrible. Probably like,
Did you put this in an oven? Like, it would have looked better if you
Well,
just...
I think they just completely eradicated what was there and
Yeah.
then painted over it.
Yeah, they painted the whole
It was mostly like, well,
blob.
the face and part of the body, the most important part of it.
Yeah. It's
But-
like all the features are gone.
Like how? I mean, yeah, it was like this really super valuable painting.
And then what do you even do?
What did you guys? Did you go on
there's
the
no-
internet to find these people?
There's no punishment that would actually feel fitting for that.
No.
I mean, what do you just fucking put them in prison for the rest of their lives, or just have them wear?
I mean,
a
really, all
sign?
they did was a super bad job of.
Which I don't even think is illegal,
No, I don't.
unless they said
wasn't
they got a
intentional.
degree. Even then, can't you lie about your background?
Oh, that'd be fraud, probably. I mean, but yeah, I doubt that. But the person who's in charge of finding the restorationist, it's like, don't you really, really have to know who you're giving this stuff to?
Show me your past work. We
It's
don't.
like I spilled a Pepsi on it. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. But yeah, the Knives Out movie is in my top 7. It's number 7.
Oh God. Maybe it's good. I don't know.
I would
Maybe I'll
give
watch
it a try. If you like Clue, you ever see the movie Clue?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but it's,
Similar?
probably.
Because you haven't seen it
It's a
and you
good
don't know?
mystery.
Okay.
Is Clue about a mystery? Murder mystery?
No, it's about a game show. Yeah, it's a
about
murder
board,
mystery.
I thought it was about the board game.
Yeah, it is. Which is a murder mystery board.
You know, I always used to think they called them board games because you play them on board, but you play them when you're bored. That's why they're called board games.
No.
So, cracking into our top 5. Well, let's start with number 1, One Battle After Another. Have I mentioned
see
that
it.
before?
Yeah, don't
I
care.
don't think you've seen any of the ones in the top 5.
I have not.
Have you watched any 2025 movies?
I may have. Accidentally.
Maybe a few, yeah. You just stumbled upon them. Well, Weapons is barely out of the top 5, and I think that's available on a major streaming platform.
Okay.
HBO.
I probably will watch.
HBO Max.
Huh?
HBO Max.
HBO Max? Okay. Will you try to
Begonia.
say it really fast?
Begonia.
I'm never going to watch that. I don't care. If he
You
were
really
to kill
should. You really should.
her.
Jesse Plemons.
No, I like him.
Emma Stone.
Did you know he I don't know if he still is, but he was dating Kirsten Dunst.
They kind of look like they are related.
They do. They actually do. But Jesse seems like a guy you kind of like, although he may be a total asshole. I don't know. So I'm like, hey, good for him, because she's not unattractive.
There's a line of there. I think you could chart this, and some guy came up with this idea for NFL quarterbacks, but I think it would work with actors and actresses, even though actresses are actors too.
Correct.
It's not a gendered word. So there's cockiness is on the x-axis.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to say. The
And-
better the actor, the more cocky they can.
And then cockiness is on the y-axis.
Right.
And then there's the line of demarcation. And it's like, even if you're like the most talented, but if you're the most cocky, people are going to hate you.
Right.
If you're really good and not cocky at all, people are going to love you. But then there is a line, like there's a rectangle at the bottom. It's like if you're really cocky and really shitty, people are going to hate you. But if you're really cocky and kind of good, people like you there. That's a sweet spot, so to speak. So if you're really humble and pretty good, people like you. I would say Jesse Plemons is in the likability zone for sure.
Yeah.
He's really good. He seems super humble.
Well, he isn't like vocal about anything.
I think that's kind of the key, is it not?
I think it is. I really do think it is. I mean, I think the more you expose yourself, unless you're just super funny or interesting, it just should less is more. Just
And it keeps
if you
the
get into
mystique.
politics, I just think that's just a super bad idea. I don't think you're going to please anybody.
No. with social media and the so-called 24-hour access that people have to other people, the mystique is
you ruin the veneer
demystified.
of, it's like, well,
Yeah.
I only know you as characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, about what type of things you cook on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, okay, like what's her name? Rachel Zegler. I mean, she just had all these videos of herself. I mean, I think it's just people say, I mean, nobody likes an attention whore narcissist. And that's what she was.
Except for us.
Only to make fun of. I mean, only to dislike. I mean, but she was
We're not
really
successful.
bad.
We're not very successful, so we could technically be really cocky, and we would still find ourselves in a sweet spot.
But nobody really knows about
Okay.
our pasts, our convictions, and, commutations.
They might be able to suss out our political
I've been off the
leanings.
grid for years, bro. Nobody
Well, just
knows
from
who I am.
listening to our podcast.
Yeah, I have a voice regulator. You can't even, this isn't my voice.
Well, they don't know who we are, but they know who our characters are.
Okay.
Well,
It's like I know what character Jesse Plemons played in
they might not
a
agree.
movie, so I don't know who he.
But we're recurring characters. I'm saying they might not agree with our political takes.
Well, we don't. I mean, you could probably kind of figure it out, but we're not like overtly.
So we're okay. On down below in the comments.
Middle of the sentence. I was in the middle of a sentence, and you felt compelled.
But it's really funny to do
start
that.
something.
It's so funny though.
Yeah, the first 4 times it is.
Well, I just wanted to get some audience engagement. Okay.
As opposed to mine. Yeah, go ahead.
So, all right.
The people that aren't here, let's get their engagement.
If you guys are listening, comment down below a number. Okay? 10 Zionist, 1 anti-Semite, 5 moderate,
They can figure the rest out.
4
No,
moderate
you got
conservative, 6 moderate liberal, so on and so forth.
Those are 2 different things.
I don't know.
There
What
are
do we wanna-
very liberal Zionists.
Yes.
Well, okay, that
Is there
destroys
very-
your model.
Is there very conservative Zionists?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
So then there's
You want to put on one
through-
graph
there's 1
people
through
who
10.
like pineapples and people who walk to work.
Now we're gonna do
Like they're
what's the
related.
10th letter of the alphabet? A B C
I don't
D
know.
E F G
G.
H I
No,
J.
J.
Okay, so
J.
A through J. A is Zionist conservative. J.
It's not a continuum, you dumbass.
J.
No, let's
is
go on to something else, 'cause
Anti-Semitic liberal.
You're losing everybody. I don't understand what you're saying.
So
Makes no sense.
depending on if you're numerical or alphabetic, put your
Okay, yeah,
thing.
do that because it's real helpful to us.
And you already know because you flip it.
yeah,
for
do
the
exactly
if you're doing
the
the
opposite of
letters.
what he said.
Well, just
We'll
let us
figure it
know
out.
where you stand. So
But why are you being? I don't know. What
Begonia, Jesse Plemons.
what's that got to do with like?
We don't know where he's at. And then put a second.
I just was trying to make that point without all that stupidity.
Put a second thing, guys. Put where you lie, and then put where you think Jesse Plemons lies.
No, they have no idea. They don't know.
Where do you think?
I don't know. That's the.
Let's give our
point.
guesses now.
No, I don't care.
I think in
How would
real-
you find out? Do you know him?
We'll do a reveal eventually.
Yeah. What are you going to call him, or how's that going to work?
No, worldwide. I mean, if we get to that level, I would love to be the person.
Okay, yeah. We'll
If anyone
plan on
has
that.
contact,
Write
with
that
him,
down in your calendar somewhere.
If anyone is friends with Jesse Plemons, let us know. We
Yeah,
would
where
love
he's
to
on
do that.
Zionism and political liberalism.
I mean, are those not political things? I don't know.
Anti-Semitism?
Well, yeah.
It's become one.
Well, like you said, it's a continuum.
I said
Or what
it's
did you
not
say?
a continuum. They're 2 separate things.
It's like a spectrum. Political spectrum. Do you believe in the U-shaped theory? Where if you're radical left and radical right, you start to U, There's moderate, you're at the same spot. But then the U, it's like you think you're farther apart, but you're actually starting to come back.
You know what a shape a U's in, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's some distance there, but you're closer than you think you are.
Well, I think if you get too extreme on either end, you're an anarchist. So in that respect, they're very similar.
To your point, there are some really radical leftists who don't like Jewish people, but there's also some far right. I mean, even you could go. There's Nazi people who don't like Jewish people.
Sure, yeah. It was never was like that on the left, but it has become very predominant on the left recently over the Gaza Palestine thing.
Yeah.
I mean that's caused it like a sea change.
A seismic shift.
Sea change.
A tectonic shift.
Yeah. It has.
I like Begonia. Jesse Plemons would be... So, Leonardo... Well, One Battle After Another would be my current Best Picture prediction. Leonardo as Best Actor. It's not... Is it Benicio del Toro is the actor?
Mm-hmm.
He's a supporting role. I think it's going to be between him and Plemons for Best Supporting Actor. Bam. Those are my two major predictions before even seeing all the Oscar nominations. So you can take that to the bank. Warfare, you would really like this. Check that out the first time you get a chance. It's like, in the Middle East, they're trying to lock a building down. Everything goes wrong. Really gritty and violent. And
mm-hmm.
Eddington, very good. Joaquin Phoenix has had a really good performance. And then Sinners, probably the horror movie of the year at number 5. Weapons, just a tick below it.
Okay.
2 horror movies. We got 2 horror movies in the top 10. That's, well, technically...
Sinners and Weapons.
3 if you count Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very good. But yeah, Weapons is... I almost want to put Weapons above Sinners. But Sinners was really
I gotta
cool.
watch Weapons.
That would
I gotta
be
watch
the
them
one.
both.
I would recommend Weapons for sure. And then Sinners, I would be interested on your take. I could see you being like, with Sinners. Weapons, I really think you'd be like, that was pretty cool.
Okay. Well, Sinners is a vampire movie, right?
Spoiler alert.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty well known.
Yeah. And then, Warfare, I think, is like a dark horse movie. I don't think anyone else has that in their top 3. So, and I think DadMan, that might be your favorite, especially since you're not watching Begonia. What do you got against Emma Stone?
I don't. I just don't think it.
So this guy, he gets so wrapped up in online theories.
He thinks she's an alien or something?
Yeah, so he holds her hostage.
Okay.
It's funny.
Oh, it's a comedy.
I'm like a gritty, dramatic comedy.
Okay. That might make a difference.
There was a lot of times I laughed, though.
Yeah.
And I like to laugh.
Yeah, we all do.
Some people don't seem like they do.
Where'd Jesse Plemons come from?
The word?
No, the actor. What series was he in the popular?
Oh, Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
And then... where was he born? Fargo.
Oh, good. You knew that, huh?
Which, that movie is brilliant, by the way.
He wasn't in the movie.
Well, just saying.
The movie was. But the series was pretty good, too. I really liked the series.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with
the
movie at all, other than just a location.
That's unfortunate.
Well, no, it isn't, because it was really good. Very good. I mean, every year was completely different. It just happened to be in Fargo, North Dakota.
If Steve Buscemi was in it, would that be a plus or not a plus?
In what?
This show.
Fargo?
Mm-hmm.
Who was in it? Or no, he wasn't. It wouldn't matter. They had some fairly big names in it. Key and Peele was in it. I mean, they're not huge names, but...
So would Steve Buscemi be a big deal?
Kind of. They had
When did he stop becoming a big name? Is what I want to know. When did we start pretending like he wasn't in Reservoir Dogs and Fargo?
Can you tell me how long ago Reservoir Dogs was? Can you tell me that?
30 years.
Okay. There's your answer.
Well, Tom Cruise is still doing stuff.
Yeah. As a leading actor.
Yeah. What's
Steve
up with
Buscemi, he just happens to have that it factor.
that? It's Scientology.
It isn't. It's not that big a
All right,
deal in Hollywood.
with the letter and or number,
No, we're not doing it.
put your religion as well. I don't want anyone to put atheist.
I don't think Scientology has a big control over Hollywood.
You know it does.
It does
No,
not.
put your religion and don't put atheist. Don't put agnostic. I don't care if you're non-practicing or have never practiced.
What? Now you're
What?
discriminating.
No, what religion do you most closely align with if you're
So
non-religious?
which one do you think atheist would be closest to?
Depends on the person.
That doesn't make sense.
What tenets of their life do they abide by?
Oh, so you've got to know the religion intimately.
Maybe do a little research.
Okay. Well,
I mean, if you're going to choose
not going to do
a
it.
side,
Not going to do it.
do you abide by Sharia law? That's an easy one then. Islam.
Yeah.
Ten
I don't think
Commandments.
It's going to apply to a lot of
Christianity.
people.
Just find your denomination.
Okay, moving on.
Well, we kind of freaking speed ran through my top 5.
Well, did you read the email, the text that I sent you, what we were going to talk about? Did you read the second part of it? It was a
Well,
two-part sentence.
It's just going to be mostly
one sentence.
It's going to be the episode's going to be mostly political stuff. Is all I'm saying.
How much of that have we discussed so far?
I don't have an issue with it. I'm just saying. We're not
Well,
even 30.
we were gonna
I'm just
go
saying,
in and
we're,
out,
We're
in and
not
out.
even 30 minutes in, and I did a beautiful intro,
I don't think.
and now we're already going on to your stuff, because you have a pushy demeanor when you're on the microphone.
We could do 2025 year in review of movies and events.
Can I say something though? You
I like that idea a lot.
No.
And then I sent you a phone number.
I'm saying that's a good idea, and it is. I'm just.
Did
saying,
you only read the first part of it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm excited to speak about the events.
Well, we were going to try to intersperse them.
You never did that,
You didn't let me.
and you
all you did was talk about movies.
you bulldozed my
Some
whole,
of which were awful.
you bulldozed my whole interactive thing. It was
With
off
the fans?
the off the cuff thing. Yeah,
But it didn't make
people
any sense.
people.
You were mixing political ideology as far as the
Okay.
liberal to conservative spectrum. I understand that. That's a graph. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow you're trying to overlay it onto anti-Semitism.
Well, 9 would be it'd be a 2,
And they don't.
would probably be communist. Yeah.
Yeah, on that
And then
on that issue.
And then a B would be it'd be an I would be a communist.
what would this information help you with?
Well,
Are you trying to get the demographics?
it depends on how much you like Jewish people, but also if you agree with our characters' political beliefs. And also, I probably
Why don't you just ask
if
them
we
where
get
they
a-
are on the political spectrum, and I don't care about if they're Jewish or
then,
not. It
no,
doesn't
not
matter.
not them. Well, unless they are Zionists, then you can assume they're probably a Jew.
You think?
Maybe, I don't know. Can
You
you
think
be,
so?
Can you be a non-Jewish Zionist? Probably.
That's like being a Catholic atheist, but okay.
No.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is.
You can be a Jewish person who's not a Zionist. So
Yeah, doesn't mean
why
you're
wouldn't the inverse be true?
because Zionism implies the expansion of Judaism.
There's white people who go to BLM rallies.
Okay, that really doesn't have anything to do with.
There's just what? I mean, it's just empowering the Jewish people.
Well, it's okay. You know what? You could actually maybe right to a small degree. I just don't think they exist.
I mean, just because it doesn't make sense doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I mean, there's tons of people who.
Just because it's physically impossible doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
I mean, I thought I made a good point there.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Also, okay, so there's going to be two things you put down if you comment. You're either 1 through 10 or A through J. We've gone over what those are. Comma, or you can do the next line. Then what you think Jesse Plemons is, and that's also going to be either 1 through 10
and then we're done talking about it.
or A through J. And then shit, I just had something else. What was the last thing you said?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay, whether you think it's possible to be a non-Jewish Zionist. And then
Well, it is. They don't exist, but it's possible.
This is to get the fans interacting with the podcast.
Confused.
Because they like that. Fans like interacting. And they like letters and numbers.
Oh, actually, you guess you could be a non-Jewish Zionist.
See?
Okay, so, but, like, who cares? But, okay.
Okay, scratch the... So there's only two things you're going to put now.
No.
Yourself,
we're done talking about
yourself and Plemons.
That's it.
Okay, we're done talking about it. I'm just saying, remember.
You're bringing it up again. You're going to give us some stupid scale.
Let's go on to the events of the year.
All right.
This is the year wrapped, 2025. Major events.
All right. Well, the big one, there's a couple big ones. And they really, really are big. And some people say, nah, that's not happening, whatever. And, I mean, I think they really are insignificant.
You think they are insignificant?
That they are significant.
Okay.
I did say that.
Just to make sure we're on the right track.
Well, okay, one thing I wanted to mention. Now, New Year's Eve is coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And major cities have their big New Year's event.
Mm-hmm.
Paris has canceled theirs.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, they had that terrorist attack a few years
because
ago.
they can't protect it. They can't. They told the mayor, it's like, look, we can't make sure that there's proper security for it. That's a significant event. Paris is one of the top 5 cities in the world.
What did they do there? Not by
location necessarily.
Did they go to the Eiffel Tower or something, or how did they celebrate? It's
just a major, it's a
what,
major.
Can you not be out? They're like a fucking martial law thing going on.
You could be out, but they would have. You've seen New York City, right? People come out and watch the ball drop. Well, they do something to that effect, which tons or.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah. They do something. I don't know if they have a ball drop or what exactly they do, and it might be at the Eiffel Tower. I don't know, but they're like, we can't have this large gathering.
Wow. Probably won't be long before New York stops doing that.
Well, we'll see. In Germany, they have these Christmas villages. These small towns do outdoor Christmas things. And a lot of towns just couldn't do it this year because of security expense. It's just now that's a sea change, tectonic shift, whatever, in Europe. In many ways, in Europe and UK. Well, UK is part of Europe, but in this, I wanted to mention the Digital Services Act. Have you ever heard of that? Okay, it's an European Union thing where.
Oh, you can be arrested for things you've said online?
Yes. Or they want, like, the EU wants social media companies to censor certain types of speech. And X, which was Twitter, said, we're not, certain things, we have our standards. We abide by current U.S. law. And we're not going to go that much further into censorship. So they fined them. The EU fined X.
And can't you just say we're not paying that?
Well, they're not going to.
Yeah, how would they?
Yeah, there's and for the U.S. and the U.S. has stepped up because that's way overreach for
Yeah,
the
absolutely
EU
it
to,
is.
especially regarding speech. So, because that's happening in, like, they don't have a First Amendment in Europe or the UK, and it's created big problems. So, anything really that they is like critical of the government, or people expressing their opinions on political issues, and a lot of it is immigration.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can go to prison.
Here's something I don't understand. Why has it seemingly been that they're making immigration their hill to die on? Or maybe is it just because it's just a way to crack down on free speech?
Well, the immigration thing has really probably been like a catalyst for
A lot
the
of
censorship.
outpour of criticism.
Yes. So that may have been a catalyst for this happening anyway. But as far as like why, well, the reason why is there was a need. There was a need for people to take in asylum seekers.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to what degree? And you in the vetting was probably not very good. It's probably very difficult to do anyway. I mean, if I came from a war-torn country, you're not going to. Who are you? I mean, I could say my name's Joseph. They don't. They don't know. There's
My
no
name is
records. Yeah. I mean, you don't even know necessarily what country you're from,
Mm-hmm.
because
You could
get in the
pour
boat
in
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, So, but you can't. They overdid it to the point where the native population is
Dwindling.
really pissed.
Yeah. Well, they're starting to
Yeah.
become less and less of the majority.
Right. And you can't do immigration that fast.
Yeah, it becomes a huge cultural shift.
Right. So that's part of that Digital Services Act. And another thing, so Europe is having huge problems. So, and another thing is with them trying to do green energy is that, like, if we have a very bad winter, which we may or may not, but I read we have a very bad winter, Germany's grid is going to collapse. Their energy grid is going to collapse because they just
sun
don't. Well, they
or
shut
solar?
down nukes.
Mm.
They shut down nukes. They stopped using fossil fuels. And, I don't know if they just didn't look at how fast they could get renewables up and running, but they're real far behind. And I don't think it's expensive. It's super expensive. For renewables just aren't as efficient as nuclear. Nuclear is the most.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably gas, and then coal and oil, whatever. And then windmills,
How
which
fucking
freeze.
pissed would you be, especially if you didn't vote for that shit?
Well, none of them did.
Yeah.
I mean, they really, there's a party called Alternative for Deutschland,
Mm-hmm.
the AfD party. They wanted to just outright outlaw it.
Like
Just say,
fossil fuels.
well, they wanted to. It's like it would be like the Democrats saying the GOP is unlawful organization. We're outlawing. You can't run for office.
Oh, they wanted to. Oh, they wanted to outlaw that party, the
Correct.
AfD,
Yes.
who was pushing for them to use fossil fuels.
Yes, the AfD. It's a populist conservative party in Germany, and then there's one. I don't know what it's called. It might be AKIP or something in
Explain
UK.
what a populist is.
That's like essentially you're more interested in popular opinion. What the people basically want.
Which sounds
Well, I
similar
mean,
to what a democracy is.
It is, and it isn't always, necessarily good. But I think you have to have some populism. Now, what has happened in the EU is they've become an elitist party. It's like we kind of, through our expertise and our agencies, we basically know the best way to govern. So they were like not populist. They're the opposite of that, really. I mean, if they happen to agree on it, it was just by chance.
Yeah.
But
I mean, in America, there's certainly aspects of populism, but they work if something is being done that people really don't like, it generally stops. I don't even know if you would say generally, but a lot of times public outcry
I think
can
yes,
stop.
I think eventually it will. Like, with our immigration, the policy under Biden was not popular, so that wasn't a populist policy.
Yeah.
That was, this is what we can do and get away with, or what we feel is right.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the opposite of populism.
Yeah. And then vocal people in terms of protests don't like the current immigration policy and ICE
No, but
agents.
it's not popular. Just because they're vocal doesn't mean they represent. Populism basically is like if you took a poll and 60% felt this way, but the other 40% could be extremely
the vocal minority.
Yeah, and protest more. And liberals protest more. They do. They protest way, way, way more than conservatives.
Well,
in this
the
country.
only thing is, at least they do it peacefully.
No, they don't.
I mean, look at January 6th. That was a disaster. And I don't think the liberals have ever done anything that bad.
You ever hear of the Summer of Love, 2021?
I've heard
Over $1 billion of property damage.
1960s.
Well, this was they just reused the name. Somebody else called it the Summer of Love. It was the BLM
You need
riots.
to use numerals then.
Yeah, the BLM riots. There was rioting and
George Floyd.
yeah, but vandalism all over the United States.
Speaking,
J6 was bad. I agree. It was a bad riot.
Some
okay?
people
But it was
have said
rare.
it was cool,
Huh?
and people have said it was cool.
What?
The J6 riots. I think it's very fucking a monster.
You're really tired, huh? You don't feel good.
Just creative energies flowing from
Is that why you're yawning? Oh, your nose bleeding again? No.
almost.
Well, I didn't think, no. I mean, it was almost pointless, but it was to make a political point that got way out of hand. And I tell you what, there were over 200 undercover feds in.
Well, did you
intermingled.
learn your lesson from the BLM riots though?
I don't learn anything from them. You know what I learned and what it did is it helped to fund a lot of police departments. And then you know what happened?
that's what they
Crime
wanted.
went up.
But that's what they wanted,
Probably.
or we wanted.
There have been people that say that
Our characters.
what
have
causes
one
crime
belief.
is having police. And you got to be out of your mind. This was like someone running
that's
for Senate.
that's almost like asking that if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
No. That is an actual.
Because technically, it's like, I mean, how do you want to define crime? Because crime gets committed that's not caught all the time. Do you know
If
what I'm
it's generally reported.
saying? Yeah. Okay. Well, what if there's no one to report to?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Are
Well,
they
if you completely
are they,
got rid of
Are
them.
they trying like a fucking like a rhetorical
Yeah.
magician?
Well,
act
listen, if there's something that
Where
they
it's like,
did,
well, look,
no one's reporting crime.
they're saying
Like,
something
because
that's
you don't have a
technically
phone number to
true.
call.
They're saying something that's technically true. Where it's like, yeah, if there's no police to catch said criminal,
Right.
then the crime was technically committed, but
Right.
it's almost as though it never happened.
Well, they didn't mean completely. I mean, maybe they did.
I think that's the only way that you can believe that. I mean, if you think that the
what they thought was just having them around.
the presence of a police officer in an area makes crime happen more likely.
Correct.
Is what they're saying.
Yeah.
That is not
No.
in any way true.
No. And
Where
this
they
was a
think that
major.
there's something in the air when a police officer arrives that just makes
Yeah.
people more violent.
It's like just their interaction with basic citizens, and
It makes them
that's-
violent. Yeah.
I mean, you got to be out of your mind.
I mean, that's just
I mean,
incredibly stupid.
yeah, and people have said the like police
That's
are
where the correlation is not causation
well, yeah,
is
yeah,
super abundantly clear, or should be.
right,
Is it's like, well, I mean, there's a ton of police in all these areas where there's high crime rates. They must be causing it.
yeah,
It's like, no. If they don't have like fucking 40 police officers, then someone's going to be held at gunpoint and they're going to say, all of our officers are currently on the scene of another crime. You're going to
Right.
have to wait 40 minutes.
right,
I mean, ask like someone who owns a home in a bad part of Chicago if they want to have police around.
yeah.
I know a lot of people
Like in a homeowner, like a real, a family of some sort, not like a 20-year-old and his three roommates. Okay,
Right.
even though they could be crime victims just as easily, but it's families that are just trying to live wherever they live that just don't want to be exposed to crime because it's dangerous, and they have kids and they don't want it something happen to
look
their
at
kids.
that one fucking
And
area of Portland, or was it just Portland as a whole, where they had like a super understaffed police force, or there was like a block, I think, in Portland,
It was called Chop.
which is a beautiful name.
Chop or Chaz. It was called one. Then
Chaz,
the other.
yeah. Well,
But
Chop
they
makes-
took and why they let them do this, and why here the Fed should have immediately said, okay, we're superseding city and state authority
I mean,
because
you
they
could
took
say
over.
that's a large act of treason. It's like, you're a part of the United States. You
Yeah.
are not outside of.
No, absolutely. I mean, I know, and it was mostly symbolic, and they let them do it. They let them do it, and
I know, but
that's the same place where they burned down a police station not too far away.
what message does that send to Portlandians? I mean, most of them were probably super chill with it, unless your fucking apartment building was in the middle of it.
Right,
And then you probably weren't.
right.
But I just think that sends a terrible message to people where it's like, oh, well,
That's a broken window syndrome, where like lack of caring by local governments leads to more crime.
yeah.
So if they show a lack of concern, and which they did, say, well, they just let them take this over. You know what? Let's take over the park.
Mm-hmm.
We all us dealers can sell over there.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be one gang that all the gangs are scared of, and that's the fucking police.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, when they see those colors roll up, they're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Something.
I'm not talking like an iron fist type of authoritarianism. I'm just talking there has to be safety for
Right.
normal people.
There's got to be security.
Yeah.
Nature hates a vacuum. So if you didn't have police, somebody would take control. It's just it wouldn't be a responsible party. It would be people who
Yeah, it'd be
wanted
someone who could
control.
benefit.
To benefit from it.
Yeah.
So
Then it would just become like law of the jungle,
yeah,
survival of the fittest.
right. It's like
whoever has the
most
biggest
powerful
arms.
gang
Yeah.
controls.
And I think it's, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you've seen there have been times where gangs have run wild in
Yeah.
South Central LA and other parts. I think New York, they were Crips and Bloods as well, but
Yeah.
I don't think they were as unregulated as it seemed to have been
In LA.
in LA.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to, those are some events. Another one is the fires in,
LA.
yeah, because I just read more about that. Oh my God. I mean, here's the thing, and people got to be sick of this. It's just, and I have another thing after that. But
Well, look, can we put a pin in that? Because there is something that's more recent that I want to bring up.
okay.
The Minnesota situation. Now,
Okay.
they
That was
just
actually thing I was thinking about. Yeah.
they just changed the flag.
Yeah. Looks like the Somali flag.
Yeah.
The state flag.
And did you see there was footage of, I don't know what the fuck they are. They're like Somali youth housing centers.
Yeah.
This came out like the other day,
Oh, I know, but no, they're daycare centers.
and they were empty.
Yeah,
And they've been getting like
billion or
an
million.
incredible amount of funding,
Yeah.
and there's no kids in them.
Well, I mean, I had read about this like 2 weeks ago, but his
That
name's
does bring
Nick
the cost
something.
down, though.
Yeah. But you don't happen to remember his name, do you? It's Nick something.
I don't. Corrales, maybe.
Whatever. But somehow he met up with this guy who's retired, but somehow knew about all this. So this has really opened it up. It was just a citizen journalist with a camera going to all these centers and wanting to see. I mean, there was like nothing at these places, no cars, nothing, and somehow he wanted to like just see the kids, or he wanted to see the environment because he was saying he was going to enroll his kid or something like that. All right, and that's how he did it. And he went, I think, was in a day or more than a few days of these fake daycare centers, and the cost of which, I don't know over what period of time, was $110,000. He counted up the costs of how much these places have charged over a period of time, and they just drove around with a camera.
Maybe they were all celebrating for the holidays, all the kids.
That'd be a real coincidence.
Maybe school was out. It was a hit job, a hatchet job.
Okay, daycares are for kids who aren't in school.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mommy home for the holiday.
that's not school's out. That's mommy's off. And I doubt it would affect the entire population of the kids in the well,
I don't know
it
what
could be, but it's not.
I
right?
don't know what religion the Somalis are.
Rhymes with Muslim.
I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down.
Yeah. And that's fine. It's not. It's just.
What do they celebrate?
I don't. For around Christmas, I don't really know. I'm not sure. I don't know their holidays.
Do they have holidays?
Yeah, sure they do. Ramadan, I know, is one of them.
Oh yes, but that one they just starve themselves. It's not really like a holiday.
Okay, that's not really what it is.
They don't eat.
They don't heard of feasting.
Fasting. I know what feasting is.
And fasting.
I've practiced
done the one,
feasting.
not the other.
Yeah. Fasting, not so much.
That's part of it, but that's not like Ramadan's not just to
fast.
it's to lose weight.
Wait, you said it's just to lose weight?
It is not just to lose weight. I don't know. It means something.
Well,
but it wasn't just that. It was autism programs. It was transportation programs for disabled people.
Okay, so it's not all Somali based.
Majority of it is. Great majority of it is.
But what about the autism stuff?
Same thing.
Wait, just for specifically Somalis with autism?
No, anybody. They were opening up autism centers. But it didn't matter because nobody went there.
I mean,
they made up all the clients.
Like, I know Shane Gillis has a coffee shop run by people with intellectual disabilities.
Okay.
But, I mean, how severely autistic are they? Because they're going to have trouble running that. Because there's just some responsibilities that I think you need.
They weren't running anything. It was a school for autistic kids.
Oh. Well, I mean,
autistic people weren't
just
running a business.
I mean, there are certain things they're just going to have trouble learning, depending on what type of autism they have.
I know. These were fictitious autism centers. What they would do, at least for the daycares, is
how do you know if you're autism?
They would go there, sign their kid in, and leave. That was it. That was how they did it.
There was real people who signed their kid in?
Well, they would sign them in and just leave. Take the kid with them.
Why?
There's no kids. So they had a name. So they had some documentation.
Well, how did they
turn into the state to be reimbursed?
Were they all workers?
Huh?
They must have all been workers.
No, it was just people in the community who had all
Why would the people in the community who are being taxed on these centers want?
Do you think you know what the unemployment rate is? You think they're getting taxed for it?
Well,
And they can benefit from it. Kickbacks. You've heard of that term,
right.
Okay.
How would that work?
All right. Hey, listen, I'm a daycare center. I get reimbursed $150 a day for a kid. Okay. Bring your kid in, sign them up. You don't even have to bring them in. Just show up, sign his name. Here's $25. Ta-da.
Now it's starting to make sense.
Right. So you basically pay someone to sit at a desk and collect names so that they can turn it into whatever department handles that.
Oh my God. This is Tim Walsh's Minnesota?
Yeah.
He's doing a really good job there.
See, like this guy.
Look at what we missed out on, guys. Well, let's be honest. I mean, Kamala was so on the ball, she would have probably been doing the whole thing.
I don't think she's smart enough. He didn't do it. They looked the other way. Because even like Keith Ellison, who is the AG there, Attorney General, so he said, I need the Somali vote. He said, I have to get the Somali vote to win.
That should be.
That's exactly what it is.
That is a form of treason, I believe.
Well, I mean.
Where you are doing things you know to not be in the best interest of your people so that you can stay in office.
Well, to overlook the fraud is the only thing you could really say is legally illegal. No,
and he should be held accountable. Everyone should be.
Oh, I agree. He won't be. He might. I don't know. This one is what they say has legs, you know.
Yeah. This is much bigger than Watergate.
This is $9 billion. $9 billion.
Yeah, they
say in California it's way worse.
Well,
Columbus, Ohio, for some reason too, and I think like somewhere in Maine but
it's all different. It's not all Somalis.
No, it's all Somalis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, fucking.
There's people saying, they helped create this country, and there's a Palestinian in London said Big Ben was a Palestinian.
Architectural.
Like they made it. They said they made it. The Jews disassembled it, sent it to England, and they reassembled it. I kid you not.
Wow. That does sound realistic.
Yeah, I'm sure. Economically feasible and efficient as well.
I mean, as far as world wonders go, would it not make sense to just steal one that's already been concocted? For example, the Great Pyramids.
The Great Wall was literally in like New Jersey.
And they stole it for those fuckers.
Shipped it over there.
That's why we had to nuke them.
Yeah. That'll show them.
Because they're not the same country,
Damn
but
Mongolians.
They're similar.
Yeah.
They're Asian.
Yeah.
And I always say stop Asian hate. And for some reason that fell out of favor.
You're doing that stream of consciousness thing, aren't you? You have a word.
I don't hate it. I love Asians.
And then...
You ever have an Asian doctor?
Yeah.
Aren't you psyched?
Like
I'm probably in the best hands possible.
Yeah.
And that's real.
I agree. Listen, so the fires, I read more about this.
In California.
Yeah. So something was on CBS, because year in review type thing, that's what gave me the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about, and there have been people who've done all these wonderful fundraisers and blah, blah, blah. Not one fucking house has been built. Not one.
Well,
it's been a year. Not only that, listen.
There's a ton of stuff they got to clear out.
There was a fire prior to the fire. So what happened is that fire that technically they considered
contained
got kicked up with high winds 2 or 3 days later. So they told the firemen, they're like, look, there's hot spots. And he said, roll them up, roll up the hoses. Let's go back. And then one guy, because they often do this, you use a bulldozer to kind of bulldoze,
So all the brush is gone.
The brush and even the charred areas.
And the embers and whatever.
Yeah. And there's like protected plant life in that area. So you can't do that. So they didn't do it. They allowed this to happen.
Why couldn't they do it in area? I don't fucking know. I mean, the shit's
you
already charred and burned.
Yeah, well,
so what are we protecting?
They probably would have done. They would have gotten some that hadn't been. And to be honest, had they done it and the fires never happened,
would have saved everyone's.
Sure, but that guy would have lost his job.
Oh, yeah,
because that's a real crime, not complete incompetence and allowing 80,000 homes to burn, using a bulldozer to take out some semi-rare weed in some fucking hillside no one's ever going to go to.
No, I completely understand the frustration and the outrage, frankly.
I mean, I'm getting upset. I don't, there's all these fun, we thought it'd be nice. This one young girl had something for like jewelry for kids. Like, they don't have a house. Are you fucking high? You want to do something? Get a hammer. I don't know where these people are living.
I don't know either. I mean, I know that the
expense has to be outrageous.
Like, a lot of them were very well off, but some of them weren't.
I mean, some have mortgages on houses that don't exist.
Well, how does
I
that
probably
work?
got insurance. But regardless, I mean, it's not good to be homeless.
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Well, I would think that's one thing I could be pretty sure about.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think and look, I know this isn't really feasible for everyone, but I think there are certain places where you got to hit the eject button in LA, New York, Minnesota.
Yeah.
There's probably countless other ones.
Chicago.
Chicago's
having their thing. I think Chicago's having their thing on television. And
they're all dropped.
Well, they're like a rockin' New Year's Eve, whatever, film, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last time they had a party, some outdoor event like that, there were shootings. I mean, it turned into like a melee. I mean,
when was it? Do you remember the last time?
It wasn't that long ago. I don't know. It was probably at the end of summer or something. I'm not really sure, but I mean,
like this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I didn't hear about it.
Well, I mean, for Chicago,
it's
probably a quiet weekend, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Like, hey, at least they were all just in one spot.
Yeah. So the mayor's like, oh yeah, we've got things set up for the young people to go to, and it's like, yeah, because he knows 14 to 17-year-olds get out on the street, and they're going to be shootings.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, that's a shame. I mean, Chicago's just utterly fucked.
They are.
I mean,
and he's a terrible mayor. He's terrible.
Isn't it funny how there's generally a correlation? Maybe that is a correlation causation.
What?
Maybe it's not police presence. It's terrible mayors or
that
insidious governors.
They're the ones at the top. I mean, making policy and promoting whomever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
If you guys are listening with us still, we're an hour in, and it's been really good conversation.
Yeah.
Say abouts where you live if you're near a major place.
Yeah.
And if you think things are being governed well or not, and why. Because we get some insights from our listeners sometimes that are really cool.
Never share them.
I talked about the Serbian thing. You remember I was talking about the Serbian film, and they're like, yeah, they based this on. There was this huge controversial thing, or no, the war that created Serbia. Something. There was a really cool one. Yeah, someone was like, I live in California now, but I'm from.
Well, yeah. I mean, it tore the country apart. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it would happen here if we had a civil war.
Yeah.
It's really hard to rebuild. There'd be a lot of crazy shit going on.
And if you come from outside this country, give us some tidbit on that too,
because we're going to give a coupon
for your home country. Yeah. No.
The furthest away, although you don't know where we're at.
What was it like there?
Yeah.
type deal.
We do. I mean, we complain, but the incompetence is just mine. It's just enraging.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, at least you're probably on the take. I mean, you almost expect
Anyone in a position of power to be
like,
influenced by money.
I mean, or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's some, like with, Somalis in Minnesota. It's like, we need their vote. So what they turned a blind eye to, like a tsunami of fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's like, look, you can't
Well,
do
shouldn't
that.
there be a naturalization act where if you're brought here as a refugee, like, you get certain rights, but you then have to become a naturalized citizen before you can vote? Is that not the way it currently works, or are refugees allowed to bypass
These guys are
that?
citizens because some of them have been here for a while. And
What, so
depending
you
on
can just
what
fucking age into it, where it's like, yeah, I've been a refugee here for 10 years, I can
No,
vote now?
I think they get fast tracked. Or you could vote in
I
local
heard the
elections.
test is really difficult.
I don't think they take that. The naturalization test.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that.
I mean, I've heard people, like, talk about questions where it's like, yeah, I'm not sure what the answer to that is.
I couldn't pass one.
I probably couldn't
not
either. I mean,
bad.
you're really up to date on politics and shit.
Yeah,
and
but it's not on current stuff.
it's like,
you know.
I mean, I don't know what type of questions should or shouldn't be asked. I'm not talking about the validity of the test,
Yeah.
but I mean, you have to be semi-intelligent to study and then pass that test, and you get to know about what's on it.
Yeah.
So it is an IQ test to some extent.
It's more of a knowledge test.
Yeah, I mean, memorization isn't always directly correlated with intelligence, but you can't. I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've heard the test is pretty hard. I wouldn't mind.
I bet if you studied
Wonder how
for
hard
it
it
long
was.
enough, though, you would be able to pass it.
Oh,
If you probably studied
Because a lot
for
of
it
we've
for like
had,
a
it's just
month.
we haven't seen
Yeah.
in a long time. But and I've seen people like out on the street type things, like just asking general.
Yeah,
I mean,
no one knows.
Fuck.
They asked, they're like, what country do you think has the lowest IQ? And almost all of them said the United States. And it's like,
Really?
is that just the first one that comes to mind? You're like, I know.
They probably know 7 countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they know US is one. And I get they're actually, it's ironic, they're making us look stupid while guessing us.
Yeah. Right.
Like the people dragging the IQ down are the ones who think we're stupid. But like, dude, Middle East is
Africa.
well, yeah.
South America.
But the level of incest in some countries in the Middle East is like absurd.
Really?
Yeah. I think
I did
there's
not know that.
I don't want to pick on Pakistan. They might be one of the ones, and I think their IQ median is like 70.
Whoa. That's
That's I think you would be considered mentally disabled if you had an IQ of 70
Yeah,
in the
I think
United
you are.
States.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to serve in the military.
Yeah.
Like your
Did we talk about
average,
that? 'Cause either I read that or we talked about that.
what, Pakistan being in...
No, the military at some point they were like, no, I read about it. The IQ thing, because they've been, they've had so many different people take an IQ test and they determined at some point like 80
is the
it's like, less than that they may be super loyal and work hard and but it's just they're so stupid that they're not worth
the effort
you'd have to put into them. Yeah. And they're, it's a cost benefit
So
thing.
that's the line.
Yeah.
Is 80.
And I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's 80. It was
No, I think
lower
it
than-
is.
Okay, 80. We'll say it was. But so if you're 70, I mean, Afghanistan's not like there's no Nobel Prize winners coming out of there.
Well, except for the handful of Nobel Prize winners from there.
Yeah, tons of them.
Let's look it up. Afghani.
See if ever been anybody from Afghan who wrote a book.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, well that was, yeah.
Nobel
There was probably some girl. I think I know who.
While there isn't a Nobel laureate directly from Afghanistan itself, and I stopped reading. You're right. You gotta give credit. Hey, you gotta give the devil his due.
Yeah, you do.
You hit the nail on the head.
Right.
I was looking to disprove you. I came this close.
Right.
But it's just history. It hasn't happened yet. I'll be there when it does.
It's never going to.
I'll be there when it does happen.
Those countries will
And
never.
I'll be smiling.
They just there's certain countries that will just.
Chad.
The country, Chad.
Yeah.
Just a random African country.
You think they have any?
I doubt it.
Any other notable events?
Now, see, like, here's the thing. Now, there could be a Nobel laureate from some of these countries who have, like, stood up for, like, girls' rights.
What about that Tiananmen Square guy from China? Stood up to the tank.
Yeah.
Hero or not?
I mean, it was symbolic. I mean, what do you think he is? A villain?
Well, it's not a villain. It's just, do you think he's a hero?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why? Because that wasn't symbolic. They'd run him over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't want to because they knew the cameras are on. The cameras weren't on. They would have nuked that motherfucker. Because they don't play those.
China don't play no
There's
games.
no BLM protests in Tiananmen Square. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Kind of badass.
Well, you know.
I heard there's a backstory behind that. I think that where they're trying to belittle the guy. Like he had done something prior to that. I mean, we could talk about how the ADL was formed, too.
Anti-Defamation League?
I think. Yeah.
Why would you want to talk about that?
It's just a piece of knowledge I have.
Okay. I mean, is it?
Do we want to?
Can you do it quick and make it interesting?
Well, there was a Jewish guy who was accused of sexually assaulting a minor, and he said that a black gentleman had done it, and the KKK did not believe him. They believed the black man. Let's look it up.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it was something like that. I mean, it's become way more than that. It's just a Jewish advocacy group.
So it was founded in September 1913 by Independent Order of B'nai B'rith, Jewish service organization in the wake of contentious murder conviction of Leo Frank. Yeah, just maybe look into Leo Frank.
Okay.
It's interesting.
No, it is. I mean, I never thought about it, but
What does defaming mean?
defame?
Yeah, when does that defamation become something that creeps into freedom of speech?
Oh. Okay. I don't know. If there's something called actual malice.
You have to know what you have. It has to be knowingly false. That's what I heard.
I think that is what it is. But I have also heard the term actual malice, where
You know it will negatively affect them, and you don't believe it to be true, or you know what I mean,
or just
maybe
reckless.
there's gross negligence where it's like you have absolutely no proof to back it up.
And I know you want to be very careful with regarding freedom of speech, but with defamation or libel, I mean, especially if you're a news organization.
Well, that's when things get sticky. Yeah, you
And it should be like the one time, and this is, because Trump was convicted of being responsible in a civil case for sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember who it was. A major newscaster said he was convicted of rape. And even his editors before, they said, no, don't say that. That's not accurate.
Yeah, that's not the same.
And he sued him, and I'm glad he did, because you can't, because you have special privileges as a part of the press, and because of that, you have to be at least somewhat responsible in what you say, and that wasn't an opinion. He didn't give it as an opinion. He gave it as a fact.
You stating it as though it was,
And that could be considered election interference. Especially, it wasn't true. So,
because then it could just be the war of misinformation.
Yeah,
start smearing them with, so and so did this.
Yeah,
it's like don't you know? Don't you know he killed all those? Yeah. Which is actually my favorite thing to say about a person. If someone says they like someone famous,
what you
say like, what about what he did to those kids? And that is legal, because I never distinctly say what was done to the kids. And at some point in your life, you're going to do something to kids, and positive or negative.
Yeah.
And so you can always say about anyone.
It's vague enough that I think you
can get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like Tom Cruise. What about what he did to those kids?
Even though, what's meant. Like there's an implication of exactly what you're trying, but you're not specific. You're implying it's bad.
That's on the eye of the beholder, my friend.
No, come on.
That's on the.
Come on.
Sometimes, you could say, what.
Like, did you hear what he did to those? Like, took them to
you could argue, no one in LeBron James's school, passed the SATs or something like that. They're like, or none of them are proficient in algebra.
Yeah.
You could say, well, what about what LeBron did to those kids? As though the school's a bad thing. And maybe it's like, if they didn't go there, maybe they would be better at math. But would they?
That makes.
And that's something I want all of you viewers and listeners to think about.
Tiffany, if you're questioned by the police, do whatever he did, and don't just say, you're probably guilty, but we just can't stand talking to you anymore. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, any closing remarks for Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
That's non-denominational. Anyone can celebrate the New Year. Even the Chinese, it's not our New Year, but they have a New Year.
Yeah.
And it's going to come sooner or later.
Yeah. It's,
Now, why and how long have they been on their own calendar? Is it anti-Christianity?
No. It's just they were completely separate,
isolated.
Different culture. Yeah. And, ours is based on Roman.
That's
Romans.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So really the majority of things from the West came from Greece. And then Rome. And then England, parts of Europe, and now America. That's the West.
Yeah.
What they call it, they talk about the West.
And it keeps, but okay, so think of this. It's continued to move west. And what you just laid out has bopped west and west and west.
Yes, that stopped 200 years ago when we discovered this country.
What's west of the West Coast?
China.
They're going to be the new West sooner or later.
You look on, this is off the subject.
You ever look at a globe?
I have. The distance from California to China is real far.
That's the Pacific Ocean.
I knew there was a body of water there. I just thought they called it the water. Yeah, but it's crazy far.
Is it? What's the circumference of the Earth? Is 3,000 miles ludicrous?
Yes, because it's 3,000 miles from here to. Well, I won't say it. We'll say.
From coast to coast.
Yeah.
So it's more?
Yeah, way more.
Oh, it's ludicrous in the other way.
Yeah.
So it's like
18,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. So they're really so maybe in like 300 more years, China will be the new, like they're the new West. Not
No, because you think because things went west at a period of time,
is that
it's just going to keep going that direction?
It seems like it's not just coincidence. You know? And I bet if you put times, maybe it accelerates too. Like if you look at the progression of who
24,000, almost 25,000 miles.
Holy shit. Okay, so I was way off. I was way the fuck off.
Yeah.
But so well, closing remarks?
No, I mean, we made it through this year, barely,
And we hope you have
we haven't yet, but real
New Year.
effing close. Happy New Year! Please send.
Just
you have
money.
to share with
share
me.
the wealth.
No, share with me some of the comments occasionally.
Yeah, we'll
so I
go
know
through.
live people are out there. And,
We'll go through some of the past comments. We've had some good ones in the past.
okay, you did it once, but it was like 6 months ago, and you shared 3 comments.
Takes time to accumulate.
Well, apparently it does.
Well, this has been a great year. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, everybody. You're
Being-
good
being
people.
nice. Be sure to comment. Remember the numbers, the letters, numbered letters, and then I think it's a true or false.
Try to explain it to somebody. If they understand it, do it. If they don't, which they won't, then don't.
Piss off, y'all.
Bye. Piss